use them all to push me to my best. So treat the worst of times just like a test. If only I could go back in time, I'd tell myself that everything will end up alright. Just push yourself, test yourself, figure out what you like, and find your limits, don't be rigid, always work towards a prime. Surround yourself with open minds, people can change your life. A few friends with intent can help you feel alive. Find a passion, take some action, and with a little time, just be patient, make a statement, try to enjoy your life. They'll try to kick you while you're down, they wanna rise up while you drown. They wanna fill your head with doubt. They're silently scared that you'll figure it out. I'll make it look like I'm losing, won't bother hiding my bruises. And when they finally think you're wounded, then it's your chance to be ruthless. Make some progress, I can see that they compare. I think everyone's against me, maybe something in the air. Am I paranoid? I swear a void is forming and they're scared. I walk a straight path, not many can say that. I like to play fast, cross me and there's payback. You better pray that I don't see your face at any place that I go. I know you hate that. I've been doing fine, I'm not wasting any more time. I live for the fight and the climb, and I think that the pain that's deep inside is what defines. So I won't give up, I'm gonna make it to the top. I don't care what's in my way, I swear I'm never gonna stop. I could fall flat on my face and I swear I won't get back up, cause I don't deserve a thing and the road ahead is tough. They'll try to kick you while you're down, they wanna rise up while you drown. They wanna fill your head with doubt. They're silently scared that you'll figure it out. I'll make it look like I'm losing, won't bother hiding my bruises. And when they finally think you're wounded, then it's your chance to be ruthless. Hey kid, don't ever let them get inside your head. They'll tell you what to do in life instead of everything you know that you could get. Don't let them guide your life towards regret. I'll fight for what I love with every breath. My past is filled with things I won't forget. I use them all to push me to my best. So treat the worst of times just like a test. If only I could go back in time, I'd tell myself that everything will end up alright. Just push yourself, test yourself, figure out what you like, and find your limits, don't be rigid, always work towards a prime. Surround yourself with open minds, people can change your life. A few friends with intent can help you feel alive. Find a passion, take some action, and with a little time, just be patient, make a statement, try to enjoy your life. They'll try to kick you while you're down, they wanna...
Hello and welcome to the Ohio Speedway, the venue for tonight's Mountain Dew 400 for the Napa Auto Parts Cup Series. I believe this is our 6th race of the season, as the cars have just started to roll off of pit road here. Fernando claimed the pole in qualifying over Forza. Behind him it's the D2 driver Volvo substituting for his teammate Vindictive in the 28. Then behind them it's Ford and Hellhound, another D2 driver, running the Bear Motorsports development car in the 66. Behind him, Supreme, and another bear car, two more bear cars, Flicker, David, and rounding it out on the top is Zach in the 31. So short pace laps here at Ohio. Coming to the green flag, Ohio Edison restart zone. Frando takes off and we're green for 160 laps from Ohio into turn 1. Little bit of bumper contact from the lead already. As they're 4 wide in the back, 28 up into the wall, got a tap from the 66. Ford, who started 4th, or I think 4th, yeah, already slipping backwards to the rest of his Bear teammates, but it's going to be Frando leading the field back to lap 2. Forza in chase, a big send from the 66. Might have locked him up there, got Supreme on his back bumper. The field heading down the backstretch into turns 3 and 4. Wider than turns 1 and 2 at this racetrack, sort of like Darlington, but flipped, inverted, and obviously less banking. As they come off of turn 4, contact between the 99 and the 31. And here comes the 28, big send up the inside. Here comes the 24, trying to make it 4 wide. Some contact there. Already lots of action into this race. Early, the 28, a big send on the 48. That's McAuliffe and Bear, the 28 and the 48. Not teammates, but Chevrolet affiliates. Racing hard. Now Supreme looking to the outside of the D2 driver Hellhound for 3rd. Supreme had a decent start to the season. Got his way up to 3rd in the points after last week at Darlington. And your winner last week in Darlington out front again, it's Frando over Forza as he tries to close the gap. Hard battling going on all over the track. Frando continues to lead. Contact in the back, the 48 way up the racetrack. 6 laps into this event. Side by side for 3rd as this battle rages on. 66 on the bottom, 33 trying to go around the outside. Now looking for the crossover through turns 4. Almost got to the bumper, Supreme did. Gonna fall back in line though. Now big send onto the apron. Wow! Supreme not happy with the 66. Been racing each other hard since the green flag dropped, and Supreme losing his patience as he sends it in again. More contact. Now here comes the 48 of Flicker underneath his teammate. Single file all the way throughout. Frando continues to lead as the top 2 have opened up about a second gap over 3rd place, where this battle has been going on. Probably 3 seconds. Yeah, closer to 3 seconds this time. Flicker now moves into 4th, gets moved by his teammate. Flicker back to the inside of the 66 and will clear. A poor qualifying effort for the 48, but he's already making his way up into the top 5 as his teammate continues to battle him for this spot. You would think Hellhound, being a D2 driver, would maybe just let his guy go. He's racing for the points lead. Flicker is actually 2nd coming into the day, which, speaking of that, let's take this opportunity to look at our points coming into this race. You see Forza in the 47, your points leader, currently running 2nd here. He won the first 4 races of the season. And then Flicker, a little bit of lag. Flicker in 2nd has yet to win a race this season. But he's currently holding serve in 2nd place by a 10-point gap over 3rd place Supreme, currently running 3rd in the race. So a lot of the high guys in points running towards the front, as you'd expect. And Frando, your leader, joined a little bit late, a little bit after the season started. I believe he joined for the 3rd race, so he's been moving his way up steadily as he's been in competition. Currently sits 7th as he continues to lead here at Ohio. Let's check back in on our other D2 driver making an appearance in D1 tonight. Volvo in the 28, substituting for his teammate Vindictive. For McAuliffe, gets moved up into the wall by the 31 of Zach. Zach qualified last, up 2 positions to 7th, and the Bear duo of David and Ford have really struggled all season speed-wise. Ford sits 4th in the points, which is, I mean, I think that's truly off of consistency and making most races solid, you know, borderline top 5 finishes, but these guys have not shown speed in long run races. I mean, I don't know what it is with these Chevys and these two drivers. We know Ford a bit older and is longer into his career, but David, a D3 champion while the league still had it. I think D3. Currently not having a good start to his D1 tenure with Bear. But focusing back up front as the 66 and the 33 together again, and the 48 slips right by. Through goes Flicker on his Hamilton arc, and he will take 3rd. Hound and Supreme continue to beat and bang, now for 4th instead of 3rd. Volvo closing in. Oh, Volvo big send. These Chevys are not racing nice, whether it's themselves or it's anybody else. Chevys are here to make a point, but it's a Dodge and a Ford, 1 and 2, Frando and Forza, as Frando has started to pull away from the 47 actually, out to his 2nd lead. 20 laps in, coming to complete the 20th. 25 to go in stage 1. .28 into the back of the 33. Supreme not budging though. Let's take a look at our keys to victory for Ohio Speedway, presented by Home Depot. For the first tick, we have long run speed, and we're already seeing it now. We have gone caution free the first 22 laps of this event. I expect us to go caution free for a large majority of this race. There's no stage caution, so strategy comes into play there, but whether you want to take points or try and undercut and set yourself up for the next stage, but these guys are beating and banging on this long run. This pack from 3rd to about 7th has been all together, really, and it's really been the 33 and the 66 that have been all over each other. Supreme, one of the most aggressive drivers in the league, he's not going to take this very long, and we're already seeing his temper start to flare, his impatience starting to show with the 66 as now the 28 and the 31 get underneath him. Supreme slips back to 6th, fighting with the 31. Door banging him onto the apron. Oh, the 28 gets moved, and so does the 33. Zach to the bottom, 3 wide down the back straightaway. Flicker and Hellhound looking to pull away from this. Supreme, a big dive into the corner as he gets laid into from the back. Now able to clear. Supreme, another one of the veterans of the league, been around since I believe the first season. Owner of SDP DRT Racing. Oh, was that somebody stopped? Yeah. Oh, no. Oh, yeah, it was Forza. Forza has fallen back to 3rd. What happened? Might have hit that inside wall, might have hit a clip, might have just got loose, but Forza back to 3rd now, as he now joins this group that's about 6 seconds back from the leader. And Frando now breathing really easy as he's got a 6-second gap to the car, or a 7-second gap to the car that was pressuring him the most early in this race. Yeah, Frando just has to have a clean day on pit stops and all throughout the race, and he might dominate this race if we go caution free, which has been a trend for these short tracks. We went caution free at Maryland, which is the 2nd race, a similar flat oval to Ohio. Forza fighting back on the outside of Flicker, trying to get back to 2nd and regain his ground. Flicker, there's no slouch though. 1st and 2nd in points here, going blow for blow. Bumper tag into turn 1. Forza trying to get by. Flicker trying to hold his ground. These guys should be able to... No, never mind. I'm not going to say anything. Oh, contact. Oh, flicker sideways off of turn 4. Bumping him. Up the track goes a 48. Bit of a door bang. Force on the inside. Flicker trying to hold his ground on the top. This track, Ohio, is very valiant on the top and through 3 and 4. As you see Flicker get right back to the inside of the 47 on corner exit. This track, very racy in turns 3 and 4. You can rip the top and then bring it back down off the corner, or you can hold the bottom the entire time and just try and hold your line, try and protect. But we saw it right there. Flicker utilized that top on the grip, or the grip on the top, and brought it back to the bottom, got right back to the inside of Forza. And now Forza takes the point from second. Flicker into the bumper. Trying to move him up out that bottom lane. Looking to the inside. Forza cut him off. Defensive move from Forza in turns 3 and 4, and that might be what he needed to solidify that pass and start pulling away. We'll see if Flicker has anything left for him. Gonna send it in hard, trying to get to the bumper. Might have gotten a little bit of contact. Forza, though, able to hold serve. Supreme looking on from 4th. Flicker back to the inside. Here comes another crossover. Flicker's just going to keep doing that every time he gets put on the outside in 3 and 4. And Forza's starting to get upset with him. Here comes Supreme again. These two are racing hard. Frando loves to hear it. You can't see it because he's so far ahead, but he loves to hear it from his spotter and his crew chief as he's starting to catch lap traffic. The 99 and the 24, who were battling side by side now. David has started to open up the gap on his team owner, Ford. Frando, though, putting on a very impressive performance early in this one from Ohio. As now here comes Supreme inserting himself into this 3-car battle. Three cars, 3 different teams, 3 manufacturers. As they're 3 wide off of turn 4. Supreme slides to second. Forza, a bump way up the track, goes to 33. Flicker looking to cross him over into the back bumper. As the laps tick down towards the end of stage 1, points are on the line. All 3, whoa, tire marks off of turn 4. What happened? Oh, Ford. Looks like Ford had some trouble off of turn 4. As he is now a lap down behind the 3. But as I was saying, stage points coming into play here. All 3 of these guys, this really entire pack is racing for 1 playoff point to take into the postseason, should they make it there. Frando, I believe Frando has that first point locked up as he hits pit road from the lead. Frando the first to start the pit cycle, and here comes majority of the field following him. Flicker, Supreme, Hellhound, and Volvo following the 3-car down onto pit road. 75 mile an hour and the 28 speeds on entry. It's going to be a pass-through penalty for him. Oh, 33 into his box of 48, though. On the line, that's going to be a penalty for Flicker, pitting outside of his box. So the 28 and the 48 looking like they're going to be penalized on this first round of green flag pit stops as we near stage 1 end. Unfortunate circumstance for the 48 and the 28. 5 laps to go on the stage. The 31 is on pit road, followed by the 24. Here comes Forza from the lead into that first pit box. The 99 as well. Ford down and away. Here goes the 28 serving his penalty. Cannot speed or stop on that pass-through drive down pit road, and he doesn't. And then awaiting Flicker to come down and serve. But now Frando, let's see, where is he? There he is. About the same gap to second. Might have opened it up a bit. Yeah, opened it up to about 10 seconds. Pitting early, a lap before majority of the rest of the field. Got a bit of lag going on here tonight. 48 hits pit road to serve his penalty. 31 and 66 racing side by side. I believe that's for the 6th position. Flicker exits pit road. That is for 4th. Sorry. Underestimated those two. Oh, and that was the end of stage 1. Frando collecting the stage win. Forza coming home 2nd. Supreme 3rd, and Zach and Hellhound all collecting stage points as we are into stage 2 of this race, going to lap 90, and then we will have the longest stage of this race, 70 laps to the end to complete our set distance of 160 laps. Well, we've just had a pit stop. I see this as a good opportunity to take a Jegs crank it up. And we welcome you back from that Crank It Up presented by Jags. Very thankful for all of our associate sponsors here in the NAPRA. Saw it under Crank It Up, but second and third place Supreme and Forza made quick work of the 24 Ford, going for still a lap down. Same with the 66 and the 31. Zach, a solid run after qualifying dead last, up to 5th, running inside the top 5. That team's been needing a good run, that 31 team. They've been, well, I'll say overall disappointing so far this season. I mean, Zach is a very talented race car driver. He's shown his talent multiple times, had it on display, but currently sitting 7th in the points, I would say. No, 8th. Gets 9th in the points.
So definitely gonna want to get some strong momentum going for that team as we near closer to the playoffs.
Six off the track in front of him. He'll take that opportunity to get to the inside. Flicker watches this battle rage on for 4th. As here he comes, inserting himself into it. Flicker had that penalty on his first green flag, or on the first green flag pit stop cycle. Hitting outside of the box, that left rear was barely on the line, but it nonetheless was on the line. That was a penalty. And here he is fighting with his teammate and the 31 of Zach from Drone Strike Racing for 4th position. Looking to get by them both in one swift move, and might be able to do it here if the 31 can get to the inside of the 66, and he does. And yeah, Flicker will clear off of turn 4, trying to set his sights on Supreme, who is a ways ahead, about 4 seconds. Saw him just in the top corner of the screen. But Flicker, your reigning Cup Series champion, got a lot of work ahead of him if he wants to claw his way back into the fight for the win here tonight. Gonna need some help from maybe a caution, maybe a couple mistakes from other drivers on pit road or on track, but anything can happen in the NAPRA. As Fredo brings us to the funny lap, closing in on Ford, looking to put him a 2nd lap down. Ford, I want to talk about Ford a little bit. This is his home track. He had a large part in designing it, in the infrastructure, the designment of the stands, the track layout. But this track has not been kind to him since the Cup Series has been coming here. His first 2 starts in the Cup Series, season 6 and 7, sorry, I think. Both races he ran out of fuel. Season 6, no, it was season 5. Season 5, I think. Season 5, he ran out of fuel from the lead on the last lap. And Supreme came by to take the win on the last lap as we got smoke in front of him. Oh, the 31 and the 66 to get together, get jackknifed, and they collect the leader. Frando now. Ford buys himself a little bit of time, but now these two are looking to go a lap down. Oh, they both slide up. They both missed the corner. Oh, they got blue flagged. And Frando goes by. Hard racing bit those two as they got jackknifed into turn 3, and Frando came sweeping by with help from a blue flag, but put them a lap down. Now he'll try and catch Ford for his 2nd lapping. But as I was saying, Ford and this racetrack do not have the best relationship. And it's continuing tonight. I mean, he's running dead last. Qualified really well, actually. He qualified 4th, I believe. And just fell back immediately from the start. I mean, even on the first lap, he was outside of the top 5 within a lap, and getting lapped the 2nd time here. Just going to let the 3 car by. I don't know what it is. I don't know what you have to tell that 24 to get moving in the right direction. Points, or not points-wise, but speed-wise, overall speed, but something's not right in the 24 camp, and they just remodeled their headquarters. A nice building, nice establishment out in Ohio, actually not far from the racetrack, but Yeah, the speed has not been with the 24. And you could say the same for his teammate, the 99, as he's just one position ahead of him um, currently in this race and doing much worse in the points as well. I believe he's 10th or 11th. But really, Flicker carrying the D1 flag for Bear Motorsports. As expected, he was the reigning champion last season and he's second in points right now. So, very strong start to the season for Flicker, and I could say, could not say the same for his two teammates in D1, but 14 laps to go in stage 2 as Fernando continues to lead as he's done all race, qualified on the pole, and has held that position ever since the drop of the green flag. Winner last weekend at Darlington in the throwback race. Back in the Coke Zero colors this weekend at Ohio. Holding a pretty wheel. Making a somewhat delayed run to the top of the points. Joined the league just after the season has started. I believe he joined after the third, or before the third race. And he's made his way into the top 10 in points, and if he keeps dominating tonight like he has, might crack his way into the top 5. Oh, and he's hitting pit road. Second round of stops beginning. Fernando kicking it off from the lead. All on his lonesome, no mistakes here. Cleanly into his box. I assume he didn't speed on pit road, but you know, the light might not might not show up from this far. His teammate Supreme following him on to pit road. Supreme into that third pit box, third in the points. Gonna have to pull up, and oh, that left rear might be close. Oh, the left rear's on the line. A penalty for the 33. Unfortunate. Having a great run, running third, but penalty looking to derail it. Derail his strong night. 66 development car. Hellhound pulls in. And his teammate Flicker's going to follow him. Seeing cars trickle into pit road one by one. Flicker all the way down to his second pit box. Nicely into his box, better than last time. Here comes the 28 and the 31. Both into their box as well. Flicker finishing up his service. So now I believe the only car that hasn't pit is Forza. No, the 24. 24 Ford and the 99. And Forza still have to pit. So we await for them. Here comes Forza this time. Supreme serving his penalty. David side by side with his teammate down the front stretch. Flicker has just left pit road. Forza into his box nicely. Supreme heads off. Ford heads on into his box. Good stop. And here comes the 99, and that will conclude our second green flag pit cycle. Only one penalty going to the 33, but 5 laps to go now in stage 2. Fernando, another clean stop, will keep him out front as he brings us to 4 to go in stage 2, looking to sweep him here at Ohio Speedway. Still on pit road. Is yet to pull off. Did he run out of fuel again? Oh my god, if he ran out of fuel again. Ford has not moved from his pit box after service. Did he run out of fuel? Because if you run out of fuel in these cars, it's done. You can get fuel, you can get a pit stop, but the car will not go if it runs out of fuel at any point. That might be the case as pit road closes with 2 to go in the stage. No real fight for any point battle here. Well, 31 of Zach could steal this last point from Supreme if he were to make a move. But Flicker, just a few car, actually, wow, maybe half a corner ahead of the 3 car, looking to lap the entire field, so Franco is. And no move will come from Zach. Supreme will collect the final stage point of stage 2. And we are on to the final stage of this race. 70 laps to the end. .69 laps to go, nice. Oh, 33 into the wall. Might have had a lag spike, excuse me, but he's gonna drop 2 positions to the 28 and the 31, both racing him for position. Volvo substituting for his teammate Vindictive in the 28. Volvo drives the 54 in D2 off to a strong start. Got 2 wins in a row. And here comes Zach up the middle. Gonna try and shoot the gap in turns 1 and 2. Got clear up top. And here comes the 28 back to the inside of the 33. Hard racing for the 5th position here. Sorry about my phone. I keep forgetting to mute it when I stream. Volvo now takes the spot. Supreme into the right, into the left door. 3 different manufacturers here fighting. See Forza catching up in the background. Currently running 2nd. These 3 all a lap down. Fernando looking to lap. Oh no, he's already lapped Flicker. No, he hasn't. No, he hasn't. But looking to put David a 2nd lap down, joining him with his teammate Ford as the only car is 2 laps down so far. And then just ahead of the 99 is Flicker running 3rd, trying to stay away from the 3 car, stay on the lead lap, hoping for a caution to get back on the lead, or to stay on the lead lap and get brought back around. And then his teammate right now, Hellhound, would get the free pass. So, a good scenario for Bear if we were to have a caution. It's for half of Bear, the other half, there's not much they can do right now. But Forza has caught this pack, and around goes to 33 on the backstretch. Oh my goodness, Forza turns Supreme around off of turn 2. It was a 1-car incident, so we stay green, but Forza just did not live for the 33. I don't know if Supreme tried to block him and Forza just wasn't having it, but Supreme ended up backwards on the back straightaway, and Forza gets by all of these lappers. As Volvo and Zach continue to fight for 5th, Supreme tries to regain his ground from 7th. Ford might have had to leave. He's still in the VC, so must be doing something AFK. Unfortunate, but he was already not having a great race, so I'm sure it won't affect his finishing position at all. He made it to halfway, so he will receive finishing points if he cannot return. 9th place finishing points, but it's points better than nothing. And here comes the 66 on the pit road, an unscheduled stop out of cycle. Just gonna roll down pit road at speed. I'm not sure if he had a penalty assessed to him or what, but just pulled off the track and served a pass through. Now he's back to 5th and 6th with Volvo and Zach. Zach gives a bump to the back of the 28. Flag being shown for the 24. Ford might have been trying to... Oh, Ford back on track. Might have been trying to help out his teammate Flicker from going a lap down. Flicker should be allowed to fight for his lap here. He's still on the lead lap and he's still on pace, but Ferrando to the back bumper. Flicker fighting on the outside. Gonna stay there. We saw Flicker put up a really hard fight with the 47 of Forza for second. I expect the same thing off of turn or for the lead lap. Excuse me. Got tongue twisted. Ford hits pit road again. "21 laps down the 24 car. Serving a pass through, I suppose, for something. Ferrando's starting to pull away from the 48. Now all that's left to check off on the list is Forza as we come to 51 laps to go. Volvo able to drive away from the 66 and 31 for fourth, and Supreme drawing closer to this battle for fifth after getting spun out off of the turn 2 by the 47 of Forza, sorry. Ford pitting again. I'm not sure what this strategy is, but this is his third time coming down pit road out of cycle after sitting there for about 20 laps. Battle for fifth rages on. Zach looks to the inside of Supreme for fifth. Supreme clawing knifing his way back up through the field after being spun around by the 47. Now looking to chase down Volvo for fourth, trying to salvage the best finish he can out of this race. Supreme has been he's had a very good history at Ohio. As I mentioned earlier, he won that race where Ford, the 24, ran out of fuel on the final corner of the final lap. Supreme was in second in the right spot to capitalize, but Supreme's always had a knack for this racetrack, and then he's showing it right now as he's driving up through the field late. As we near 40 laps to go, Ferrando has led every single lap outside of pit cycle. absolutely lights out performance from the 3 car. Looking like old Dale back into the day. Driving for STP DRT. Black and red colors. Very reminiscent of Dale Earnhardt or Senior, sorry. Supreme on the back bumper of the 28. This is where experience starts to show here. Long runs. This race has gone green all the way throughout. The Supreme. He's got years of experience under his belt. He knows how to deal with these long runs. He knows how to adapt to the track. And some of these younger guys like Volvo and Zach and Hellhound, guys he's passing, just haven't been around as long as Volvo hits pit road. Ferrando also on from the lead. Both of them into their boxes. Supreme coming down. 4th tire, some fuel ready. Got to come around the 24 parked in his box, and he does. 48 coming down from 3rd, going around the 33 as well, and he's good. Now Supreme's got to get out around the 48, and he does. Flicker will have a clean exit. No penalties yet on this 3rd big green flag pit stop cycle. As Flicker gained on that stop, gained right a little bit closer to the back bumper of the 3. Might be able to make a move for his lap if he can string together some good corners. And here comes the 31 and the 66 down onto the apron for pit road. Contact onto, or trying to enter. 66 first into his box. Oh, it's close. 31 into his box. Well, that left rear might be close for the 66. See what the officials have to say about it. And I believe we only have 2 cars left to pit. Oh, Forza! Sideways off of turn 4, way down into the grass. I think he hit a wall clip. Now he's going to bring it down pit road. On cycle for the 47, luckily. All by himself on pit road. Now only the 99 is yet to pit. Forza going to merge right out into the pack. Or into a pack. Yeah, this is massive pack racing for 4th here. Or well, we'll cycle out to be 4th whenever the 99 hits pit road. As now he's on. Just behind this pack, also the leader of Ferrando. we'll see if they can sort themselves out before he gets there. Here comes Supreme as well. I believe this is for 2nd. It'll cycle out to be as they're in the wall, the 31 and the 47. Ford affiliates. 4th, the owner of Blaze Technology Motorsports. Zach, a driver for Drone Strike Racing, both Ford teams. Volvo now pulling away for 4th. Yeah, this is a battle for 4th, and then Forza in 2nd place, getting held up. Here comes the leader, Ferrando, drawing closer. Forza's got to get through these guys if he wants to have a shot at staying on the lead lap. Contact with the 31. Within 30 laps to go now. Zach going to get a good run off the top into the back of the 47. Ferrando draws closer. The gap about a second now from Forza back to Ferrando. trying to put everybody in the field a lap down here at Ohio. Volvo and Supreme have pulled away from this gaggle of cars, and now here comes Supreme right to the back bumper of the 66. Gonna get moved, the 66, by Frando.
That's one down. One car separating the 47 and the 3 now.
Supreme and Volvo racing for fourth here, sorry. A bump, a nudge, more contact. Supreme to the inside, trying to take that spot. Frando has cleared the 31. Now it's just him and Forza. Nothing in between them, just going to be off of pace here. Or will they catch the 28 and the 33 before Frando can get around them? That might give Forza another opportunity to put some space in between himself and Frando. Within 25 to go now, as they're side by side in front of him for fourth. Big send from Frando in turns 3, or into turn 3. Good to try and muscle Forza up out of the way. And he crosses the nose and clears him. Frando has the entire field lapped here at Ohio. We'll see if he can hold on to it for a lap. Now Forza has the 31 inside of him. Pause. Pause. Big pause. Oh, whoa! The 66, a big send to the back bumper of the 47. I'm not sure where he was going. That's the D2 driver at Hellhound racing the Bear Motorsports development car. And Frando works his way past Supreme and Volvo with ease. Now has up to fourth place, 2 laps down. As we've got to hope the entire field is right here, gathered in turns 1 and 2, while David is out by himself coming off of turn 4. Looking like a restart, but we've gone green all the way throughout. You wouldn't know it by just looking at how this field is racing. Well, I think Ford headed off. Yeah, Ford's coming off pit road, and he's going to join right into this back. I believe he's like 40 laps down. Or no, he's going to join at the end. Smart. 20 to go. Frando bringing us to 19. What a performance by Frando at STP DRT. Yeah, 51 laps down for Ford. His rough streak at Ohio continues. Now Forza and Flicker, second place battle heating back up as they are wedged in between lapped cars everywhere. Forza trying to get by the 66, and he moves them up out of the way. And oh, up into the wall goes Forza, and now here comes Flicker to his inside, almost to his inside, stays clear, but Flicker gonna dive it in there underneath him. The most recent champions of D1, well, no, sorry, that's false. Your reigning champion, Flicker, fighting with, I believe, 3-time D1 champion Forza for second spot behind Frando here late at Ohio, as Frando brings us to 15 laps to go. These two are side by side, lap cars all around him. Forza clears off of the final corner, and Flicker lining him up into turn 1, looking for a nudge, and he gets one from the 31, Zag. Forza starting to open up the gap. Supreme holding serve in fourth over Volvo. This will be a good result for Volvo if he can hold on to this P5, the top 5, and his D1 substitution start for his teammate. The other D2 driver was starting today, Hellhound, just behind him in 6th. Oh, big send from Flicker underneath the 47. A little bit of contact. 10 laps to go now. .66 might try and hold up the 47 for his teammate here. We'll see. Oh, a big slide for Flicker into the corner. Forza gets around the 66. Volvo closing in on Supreme for 4th. Oh, big send. Wow. Hard contact. Supreme able to fight him off though. Hang on to 4th for now. 7 to go at the line. Fernando closing in on the 99 of David. In danger of going 3 laps down. Well, not first to do so, but only one on track to have those done so tonight. What? That's still false. Never mind. Five laps to go from the Ohio Speedway. Oh! Supreme and Volvo jackknifed on the front stretch. Now here comes Forza, looking to get by them both. Oh! Almost reminiscent of what happened to Supreme earlier in this race. Almost got turned off of turn 2 by Forza again, and Forza gets laid into by the 28 as he was sideways into turn 3. Supreme headed up the track, trying to protect. That's not for position from the 47, but he's trying to keep it behind him. And now here comes the position battle, the 28 on his inside. Fernando bringing us around to 2 laps to go this time as 4th place is heating up, as well as 2nd. Battles for position all over the place, scattered all over. We got the 28 and the 33 for 4th, and then just behind them, the 48 and the 47 for 2nd. The 66 currently locked in 6th, it looks like. But up front, Fernando getting by the 99. Gonna bring us to the white flag at Ohio. He has dominated the race. Qualified on pole, led almost every lap outside of pit cycle. Well, he has led every lap outside of pit cycle. Down the backstretch for the final time. Oh, the 33 gets turned by the 28 off of turn 2, sorry. Second time that's happened to Supreme. But off of turn 4 through the Ohio Edison restart zone. Fernando will go back to back. Darlington to Ohio. And across the line, Volvo will take 4th from Supreme, and Forza will take 2nd from Flicker. Hellhound bringing it home, 6th. Zach, 7th. NASCAR fan, P8, and Ford will round out our field, P9, coming across the line 51 laps down. Dominant performance from the 33. Or the 3, sorry. Fernando will burn it down on the front stretch here in front of all the fans in Ohio. A dominant performance. So he will get to bring that number 3 to victory lane. The BGE victory lane awaits its newest, or its most recent winner. Past 2 weeks it's been Frando for STP DRT. He will bring it into victory lane with the Mountain Dew trophy. That avatar is terrible. Frando is your winner of the Mountain Dew 400 from Ohio Speedway. And let's see if we can get an interview with him. Well, Frando, you dominated all race. Qualified pole, led every lap outside of pit cycle. And you end up in BGE victory lane. How does it feel to go back-to-back from Darlington and now winning at Ohio?
Very, very good, but I gotta do one thing. I do have to turn on the camera for every win I get.
Oh.
I don't know if it's gonna...
I can't get it on stream, but I can see it.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, this is a lot more simple than the last race. With the last race, it was a 15 lap mad dash to the line. This was pretty simple. I mean, it was just I had the fastest car through all practice sessions, through qualifying, through everything, and it just worked out every single time. I mean, there was really no struggles.
Yeah.
Even through pit road, I was fine. So probably my most flawless race up to date.
Yeah, absolutely mistake-free race from the 3 car. And it pays off. Your second win in a row. Climbing through the points. You're currently 7th after joining us for the 3rd race. And yeah, we'll see if you can keep the momentum rolling next weekend at Atlanta, I believe. So, congratulations on the win, and we'll see you next week.
Deuces.
Alright, let's see who else we can get. Everybody left the VC really fast. Who's still in here? Supreme's still in here. I can always count on Supreme for an interview. Here on pit road with the driver of the number 33, Supreme. We saw the battle with the 28 late, really all throughout the race, but late on that last 5 laps, a big shot coming to the white. He stole 4th place on the track from me, but we heard from officials that you would be given that position. So a solid day overall. Had to come back a couple times from adversity, but yeah, tell me how the day was. How was your car?
Probably second best car that we got, other than from last week at Darlington. Top 3 speed, all race. It was just that drive through kind of screwed me up with that lag. Don't know what's up with lag on pit road, but other than that, solid race. Um, Big car, got really good momentum with 3 straight top 5s. So we definitely starting to. So hopefully it'll lead to a win. But I'm not gonna go bunkers or any drivers because still got a top 5 either way. It's not like they'll be able to touch me on the track anyways if we went to like a track that requires actual skill and not bumping and running at like 120 miles an hour. But I think the Valvoline machine for bringing us a 4th place finish and bringing us a top 3 car all race long. Yeah, thank you for having me here.
Yeah, man. Thanks for joining me for this interview. Supreme choosing the peaceful route post race.
Sorry for the interruption. I actually have a question.
Okay.
What's that question?
Alright, so first off, what did you think about when Volvo made that little move on the final lap in turn 4?
This man really wants me to get aggressive, but yeah, he would have been one of the drivers I'm definitely chewing out. I would definitely chewed out post race, but we're gonna keep it simple and sweet. Can't drive, really cannot drive. Um, he always got something to say, always something to complain about, and then he'll turn right back around and do the same crap that he's advocating to be against. But I mean, hey, it's just racing, short track racing. This is like a half a mile, so bump and run it like on fourth bumper there. It says bump me. It's like every time that the 28 or really anyone in that 28, whether it's the actual driver or his substitutes or whatever, someone's always gonna bump. And it's the same thing with the vision drivers. Everyone's just gonna bump each other every corner they want, every corner the chance they get. No matter if you're in first place, second place, or fighting for 13th place. But yeah, no racing etiquette, but we got to live with that and keep progressing and
Yeah.
try and get a win here.
Well, I'll just say this. Good luck with that.
All right,
Yep.
that was Supreme. Brought it home P4 tonight from Ohio Speedway, and we had this guy come right in front of us during our interview. So let's bring him in here. Here with Ford, driver of the number 24 Chevrolet Camaro for Bear Motorsports. I don't even want to. I don't know if I want to ask how this race was, 'cause I think I know how this race went for you. But what happened when you were stopped up your road for about 20 laps?
I needed some adjustments, and then I figured I was already 2 laps down. The crew was making burgers. So I came down here, I took my helmet off, and I just sat there in the car, scrolling on TikTok, eating a burger. So I was bored. I'm like, I'm not going to win. So I just came down here, grabbed a burger, went on my phone for a little bit, and went back out.
Is that allowed?
Yeah.
All right, well,
When are you gonna retire?
yeah.
Whenever I don't know, whenever another Kentucky happens.
All right, well, terrible performance from Ford today at Ohio. The bad luck or the bad race at Ohio Street continues for the 24.
Oh, yeah. Hey, and every time I pit, I was down to 25 fuel every time. So.
He makes it to the end this time, but finishes dead last.
I also gave
51 laps down. So
At least you didn't run out of fuel.
Hey, did you get my kickflip? You see my kickflip?
What?
That's why I got adjustments. When I hit the wall, I hit a clip.
Oh,
and it
yes.
barrel rolled my car.
I didn't see it, but I saw the aftermath.
Ah, dang it. No one got it then. I wanted it on film. That ruined my I broke a toe link.
Okay.
Yeah,
Anyway.
next gen cars suck.
You suck.
You can blame the next gen.
All right, that was Ford finishing P9 tonight at Ohio. And just ahead of him, finishing 8th, his teammate, David, driver of the 99 Excite car for also Bear Motorsports. David, another weak performance, if I'm being frank. But yeah, tell me how it went. Was the car the issue? Was it just the track comfortability issue? Oh my goodness.
Honestly, just a combination of all three. I mean, short tracks aren't really my strong suit, but like the transitions of the track and the corners, I mean, that's what makes Ohio such a hard track. I mean, I'll give it that. It is, you gotta be the best of the best, and I wasn't. I mean, I got lapped by the end 3 times. I mean, without Ford, I would definitely be P last, but I'm just hoping since next week is a super speed where we can improve on that and get a decent result for once. And just because the only good performance has been Darlington, and to be fair, I was running like absolute butt there as well. So I need to turn it around soon, or else I'm screwed.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure some of your fans agree with you, and I'm sure you'll figure out how to get it right soon before the playoffs. So, thanks for talking to me, and I'll see you next weekend in Atlanta.
Yep, you too.
right. And I believe that will conclude our coverage of the Mountain Dew 400 from the Ohio Speedway. It was Frando winning in dominating fashion here at this mile or half mile short track. But next weekend, you heard it's from me and some of the drivers. We have Atlanta next weekend, going a couple states down towards the coast for some super speedway action. So same time as always, same place right here at 7 p.m. Eastern time, Saturday and Sunday night for D2 and D1. And yeah, this is King signing off, and I hope y'all have a good night.